Hey guys, Camd18 here, bringing you guys with a new video. So before we start, I just wanted to give a warning to anyone who is sensitive to flashing lights or flashing colors. If that causes you to have epilepsy or a seizure, please do not watch this video. With that out of the way, let's get started. I am going to be giving my thoughts on the Lego paintings as an artist myself. Something you guys might not have known about me is that I do like to do art quite a bit, primarily drawing. I like painting sometimes, but I definitely have a deep appreciation for paintings. I do a lot of digital artwork too, so I guess you could say I'm a digital painter. As a kid, I really liked the Renaissance painters and that style of art. I found it to be very skill-based, very inspiring. So people like Michelangelo and Da Vinci really inspired me, but I also really liked Van Gogh. He has a very stylistic type of art, but I like that a lot too. I like the colors that he chose, and I'm really struggling to figure out what to do here because I can only see like half my screen because I'm playing through my phone screen. Let's talk about the Mona Lisa first. I think, it's like a normal painting in the sense that a lot of the time, if you guys see paintings in real life, sometimes if you look at them really closely, they don't look very good, but from far away, they look really good. And, there's some paintings that look good close up, so it's definitely not always the case. Sorry, I'm not always the best at multitasking. And I think the Mona Lisa, the Lego one, is definitely one of those pieces. My main complaint is the face. I feel like, given what an important piece of art it is and how it's probably the most famous artwork ever. I mean, maybe not ever, but at least like in this day and age, it's the most famous one. I think they should have done better printing, at least for the eyes, because they did print the eyes. And I think, they could have at least come up with some better printing for the eyes. And, for the face in general, I feel like they should have, you know, done more printed pieces because honestly, it does not look very good. I think overall they got the overall look pretty good, but the Mona Lisa is filled with a lot of intricate colors. Well, okay, maybe intricate is not the right word, but there's quite a bit of different shades of colors as they're blended together. And obviously I understand there's limitations with Lego, but it's just sad to see that for the skin there's two colors. I think for the face there's just one color. I don't know if I did this right. These games require a little too much attention for me to carelessly try multitask. So I apologize, guys. You just have to deal with it. So the next painting we'll talk about is the Claude Monet, the bridge and the lilies, the lily pads. The bridge in the river. I don't know what it's called, but that's kind of what it looks like. I think that one's good. I think the price point on that is a little steep, 250. I'm sure the piece count is fine, but personally I don't really care for that artwork. Obviously Claude Monet is a good painter, or I should say he was a good painter, because I'm pretty sure he's not still around. And yeah, honestly, I don't have a whole lot to say about that one. I haven't looked at it too closely. Wait, I think we just did this. What do we do? Why is this so complicated? Oh my goodness. Yeah, this game is way too complicated. I still don't understand how it's for little kids. At least if you're trying to multitask like me. Because I want to give you guys decent gameplay, but, this is my first time playing through it, so I don't really know what I'm doing. I would say the next piece, let's go with, I think there's just a few left. There's two by Van Gogh. We got the Starry Night, and then there is, I don't know what it's called, but it's just like sunflowers, yellow sunflowers. I think they're sunflowers. They look like sunflowers. I think they did we'll talk about the sunflowers one first. They did a really good job with the texture on it. I really appreciate that. I think some of the shapes they use for the bricks looks a little funky when you look at it closer, but from a distance, I think they really nailed the look. I think Van Gogh is definitely a trickier artist to pull off in Lego form because his painting style is quite unique and definitely not simple, I would say, to recreate with Lego bricks, just because it's a very detailed type of painting style, I would say. And then, I know, but maybe I'm not giving you guys the impression that I'm a knowledgeable artist, and I'm not like an expert painter or anything. Um, and I'm really struggling to multitask because this mission is very hard to figure out. I'm trying not to make it too boring for you guys to watch. Okay, hold on. Is this it? Oh, okay, we made progress. Okay, so let's see. We were talking about the Van Gogh's sunflowers. Yeah, I don't really have much else to say about that. Something else I would say is honestly, it's weird that they made the Mona Lisa $100 set, but the Claude Monet piece is 250. And honestly, I think they should have went with a bigger scale for the Mona Lisa so they can make it more detailed and do a better job with it. Because I mean, it is very good, but again, I think they could have, at a bigger scale perhaps done an even better job. And again, my main gripe was the printed pieces for the face. They only did printed pieces for the eyes, maybe the lips. I don't think they did though, but they might have, which would make sense because honestly, how are they supposed to do the lips? And then the last piece we have to talk about is Van Gogh's Starry Night. And that is a really famous artwork that I like quite a bit. I think the overall look of it's pretty good, but I think, it's a little stiff looking and the set itself is very thick. Like it's very layered, whereas the other Lego paintings are very flat, which I think I prefer just because it's kind of like, if you can hang up the other ones, but the Van Gogh one, the Starry Night, you can't hang it up really, I don't think, because it's so thick. Like, you guys have to see it to know what I'm talking about, but it's very layered. And I think my favorite part of it, honestly, is the Van Gogh minifigure, which is, I think it looks amazing. It definitely, you can tell it's Van Gogh. I think the vibrant blue shirt really conveys that. And then his very bright orange hair, which is probably way brighter than it should be, but I like it how it looks, and I think that the other Lego paintings definitely should come with minifigures of the painters. I think it's a little odd that Van Gogh seems to be the only painter of the Lego paintings that got to have a minifigure. Yeah, I think that's about it, guys. I don't have a whole lot else to say. In terms of other paintings, I am curious to see what Lego will do in the future. Let me know if you guys have a favorite Lego painting and if there's any that you're hoping they're going to make in the future and what you think about the price. I think it would be cool if they made some smaller, cheaper ones because honestly, a minimum of $100 is pretty nuts. So yeah, I think I will leave it at that. Please write a comment if you got this far in the video and make sure to rate it and subscribe if you're new. Thank you guys for watching.